Orange, so rough.
I like how Natanya was able to come up here quickly. She did what she was supposed to do. Ticket.
Because he needs to teach for school. So yeah, I have to record him teaching a lesson. Because he needs to do it for his class at school. When you teach certain lessons, your professors want to see you teach.
I think this one will be okay. Alright, hey boys and girls, 5, 4, 3, 2. Are we struggling to find markers back there? Okay, if you can't find one, there is some back there you can use. Alright, boys and girls, voices. Alright, today in social studies, we are going to go back over the continents. Now, I would like you guys to show me on your boards how many continents are there. How many? I see it, I see it. Good, we have 7 continents. Alright, now, your next question. We did not need any math, but your next question here, boys and girls, is how many oceans are there in the world?
Simple. Oh. Copy.
I see 4, I see 5, I see 6. The correct answer is 4, but I did see 5. I want to acknowledge 5. Why would I say 5 might be an okay answer? Does anybody know why?
There's 2 Pacific Oceans.
Because if you look at a map, you'll see Pacific Ocean twice. That's why I might accept 5, but know that there's really only 4.
What about 6?
Miss Miller, who do we need? We need Gavin and Natanya. Gavin Yang and Natanya, you're free to go. All right. The next thing I want you guys to do is think back. You are going to write on your whiteboards as many continents or oceans as you can list. Alright, so there's 7 continents, 4 oceans. I'd like you guys to think about how many there are and if you can list any of the names. Do your best. You don't have to get them all, and you don't have to worry about spelling right now. I just want to see what you guys already know. Alright, boys and girls, thinking time is over. It's okay. Don't worry if you got them all or not. But we're going to list them all together, okay? So up here, we're going to read from the top. The first one is Antarctica. That is the first continent I thought of, was Antarctica. Now the next one is Australia. Everybody try their Australian accent.
Australia.
Awesome. All right. Our next, okay, boys and girls, quiet. The next continent I thought of was Europe. All right. Did anybody else get Europe? Now Asia was the next one. North America, South America, and Africa. Now, what continent do we live in? North America. Very good, third graders. Now, let's move on to the oceans. Let's see if we can think of all the oceans. The first one I thought of was the Arctic Ocean. Good. The what? The Gulf of Mexico is a really big body of water, but it's not one of the biggest bodies of water.
I was trying to name them all.
Now, Atlantic was the next one I thought of. Pacific and the Indian Ocean. You got them all? Awesome. It sounds like a lot of you guys are already math masters. So that's awesome. And guess what we're going to do today? We are going to make our own plate map. Okay? So we're going to make our own plate map. Can everybody see what this is looking like? So here's what we do with our plate map, guys. We will have a piece of paper, and we're going to have all of our continents and oceans on here. So we'll have to cut these out, and we are going to have to correctly place them on the plate. So, if you guys don't know if you could do this off the top of your head, what are a couple good resources we could use to help you out? Matthew? There's a map over there. There's a map. Now you'll see a world map that may not have all the continents listed, but if you look at the bottom of it, you'll see a more specific continent map on that classroom map. I also heard Atlas, right? Now everybody take a look over at our learning targets, right? What is the second one from the bottom? Can everybody read that? I can use an atlas to gather information about the 7 continents. So that is one of our learning targets, boys and girls. So we can use our atlas, we can use our world maps that we have there, and then we are going to correctly place them, okay? So, for directions, I need you guys to Zamboni your boards, clear your boards. And what we need to do for directions, okay guys, is number 1, we are going to cut out our shapes, our continents, our oceans. So the direction number 1 is we are going to cut. Direction 2, we are going to place our continents and oceans in the correct place. So it should look something like this. That is when you're going to use your maps, your atlas, to help you place them correctly. And then your third direction is to get teacher approval. Okay, so can everyone write teacher approval?
Something says on the smart board.
So this is, don't worry about it right now. So this is what it's going to look like so far. Our first direction is cut. Second is place. 3, raise your hand, get teacher approval, because we don't want those continents and oceans to be in the wrong place. The fourth direction is to glue your continents and oceans down. And then once we glue our continents and oceans down, we can color our ocean. We can color our continents. Okay? So does everybody need me to keep this up here so we can see the directions? I see Ellie has it. Thank you, Ellie. Mason?
Why shouldn't we color the background first?
No, because I want us to get the continents down first and the oceans down first before we color. That is because the most important thing is knowing where they're supposed to go. So coloring will be the last step.
What if like you tear it off with the crayon or the glue goes through?
Well, then we just have to be very careful colorers, okay? Abraham, do you have a question?
What happens if you want to use a marker? Can you use markers? Will you need a color first?
If you want to use a marker, you can use a marker, but coloring is the last step, okay? Can everybody agree on that? Coloring is the last step.
Wait, why can't you just color before you put them on?
Because I want to know if you guys can place them correctly.
It's a
So if we
challenge.
don't get to color them, that's okay. I just want to know that you guys can place the continents and the oceans in the right place.
Think of it as a
Coloring is more of a secondary thing today, okay? Alright, so do not erase. You don't need to erase your boards unless you know the directions, okay? So you can bring these back to your seat. And what we need to do is we need to pick up a plate and our continents and oceans. They're over there at the U table, okay?
I got it right.